Want to work for the Kardashians? Well, you better think twice. These ex-assistants are spilling more than just some chamomile tea. They're unleashing dark, dirty secrets. Kardashian ex-employees are finally talking, and listen, some of the behind-the-scenes secrets make the show look downright wholesome. Now, if you thought the drama was wild on camera, wait until you hear what the people actually working inside the Kardashian universe say they had to keep quiet. Let's start with the one that made me physically sit up in bed. Former assistants say that nothing in the Kardashian world happens spontaneously. Not one moody stare, not one surprise phone call, not even the infamous ugly cry moments. Apparently, employees were told straight up that if something dramatic was going to happen, they'd get a warning so they could position hair, makeup, lighting, and my favorite, Kris Jenner's camera angle. Now imagine crying but having to make sure your good side is still facing the ring light. And speaking of Kris, oh Kris, multiple ex-staff members claim Kris Jenner's work ethic is basically code for be available at all times or prepare to be replaced. We're talking 2 a.m. texts, rescheduled days off, and last-second emergencies that weren't actually emergencies, and being told to just kind of figure it out with the same enthusiasm Kris uses while negotiating multi-million-dollar brand deals. One assistant said working for Kris was like working for a CEO, a publicist, a mom, a manager, and a CIA handler all at once. But Kim's world had its own level of controlled chaos. One former stylist claimed they had to sign NDAs so strict they weren't even allowed to tell their partner who they worked for. And in May 2021, Kim Kardashian was sued by a group of former maintenance workers who alleged she failed to pay overtime, withheld wages, and denied legally mandated meal and rest breaks. A representative for Kardashian stated the workers were hired through a third-party vendor and she was not responsible for the vendor's agreements with its staff. Now let's talk about the clean eating era. Ex-chefs and kitchen staff have spilled that the family's ultra-curated fridge setups are exactly that, curated, meaning yes, the lifestyle, shots are gorgeous, but off camera, there were normal snacks, late night cravings, and the occasional please get me something greasy before I lose my mind moments. One former chef said they had to make things look organic, gluten-free, sugar-free, dairy-free, fun-free, joy-free for filming, but the second cameras were off, someone was ordering a pizza. And then there's the security team who might honestly deserve hazard pay. I mean, former guards say the family has a strict don't be seen, don't be heard, don't breathe too loud policy when cameras are rolling. One ex-security staffer said they were trained to melt into the walls like vampires and were scolded if even a shadow showed up on film. Imagine being told your shadow is ruining the shot. I mean, that's spiritual warfare. The wildest part, well, several former employees say the moment you leave the Kardashian ecosystem, the NDAs you signed don't just follow you, they haunt you. Some claim they were terrified to even hint at anything because the family's legal team moves like the Avengers. One assistant said they didn't realize how stressful the job was until they literally left and suddenly remembered what sleep felt like. But here's what every ex-employee seems to agree on. The Kardashians are always working, even at home. Even while pretending not to be working, everything is, content. Everything is curated and everything, literally everything is calculated. So if you ever wondered why the Kardashians, would look so shiny, perfect, and choreographed, now you know. There's an entire army behind the scenes being paid, positioned, and sometimes traumatized to make it look that way. And honestly, I believe every word. Let me know your thoughts on this though. I'm your host, Ashley. I'll see you later.